sitting with your legs crossed, or just coming to a comfortable position for you, because we're going to stay here for a few moments, breathing and centering. You're going to sit up tall, keep your chest open, palms facing up, and then you can close your eyes down. We take these first few moments to just center. Life can get busy, lots of stuff going on, but here you let it all go. Here you focus on your breath. You can even notice the sounds around you. The insects buzzing, the birds chirping. Perhaps you hear cars in the background. Knowing that you're a part of this, that community isn't just about the people around us, it's also about the world around us. Perhaps we're not all so separate from these birds in the trees, from the grass underneath us, from the ants that like to crawl on our mats. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice. That's just to set the tone for your day. If there is something that you would like to focus on for you, in your life, in your practice, set an intention. It could be a word, it could be an idea, it could be a sentence, but something that is meaningful to you. Dedicating your practice, your movements, your day to something that matters to you. And then trust. Trust that your movements, trust that your practice will keep showing you something new. Just one more full deep breath here. And then you can open your eyes. From here, we're going to just sit down and extend the legs. So extend your legs out on the mat, have the toes pointing gently up. We'll bring our arms up overhead, just stretch for a moment. Even look up towards that beautiful blue sky. And then exhale, lean forward. It's okay if you don't get very far, you're just seeing how the body is feeling today, how it's moving. And then we're going to inhale and sit up, bring the arms up overhead again. And we'll exhale, fold back down. One more time, we're going to inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, fold into this, and we're going to hold here for a moment, lengthening through the spine, pressing the legs gently down towards the ground. Good, then you can just walk your hands back up the legs. We're going to bend through our right leg, bringing the sole of the foot in towards the thigh and let the knee gently drop out. You're going to keep sitting up tall and even bring your hands in front of your heart. So these legs, this will be helpful later when we're on our backs. This is what I will call a figure 4. The legs would be the same later. It's just that we would be laying down and you wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. Just gently opening through the hip. Feel like you're pulling your right knee down towards the mat. Keep lengthening up. Good, then you can release the hands. You could even help yourself by pulling this knee back in, and we'll switch sides. Just starting out gently, so you can check in with your body. Left foot is in towards the thigh, and you can let the knee start to drop out to the side. Hands together, sitting up tall, and just breathe. Notice how the body is feeling today. Keep pulling the left knee gently down towards the mat, down towards the ground. You can release the hands. You're going to bring this back in. And now you're going to bend through both knees. You don't even have to bring them in very close. You're going to have the soles of the feet gently touch and sit up tall and bring the hands together. If you'd like a little bit more, you could always pull the feet in closer. Wherever you're at, just looking for a bit of a hip stretch. Again, pulling those knees gently down towards the ground. Good, then you can release your hands, bring the legs back in. You're going to extend your legs back down on the ground, and then scoot forward a bit on your mat. You're going to lay down on your back. we're going into that figure 4 little stretch. So you're bringing the right foot in towards the thigh, let the knee drop down to the side, and here you can have your palms facing up. Then you're gonna bring this knee back in, extend through your right leg, and switch sides. Bring your left foot in, and you'll have the left knee drop out to the side, palms facing up. Then you'll bring this left knee back in, extend the leg back out, and we're gonna pull the knees into the chest now. So you're gonna pull both knees in and give your knees a little hug. You're gonna squeeze them into your chest. Now you can keep holding on to the knees, just a hand on each knee now, and you're gonna rock back up to a seated position. Bring your hands onto the mat. You're gonna extend the legs up, and you could keep extending if you'd like. Go ahead and bend through the knees, bring this back down. We'll do this just one more time. You can always keep the knees bent and the feet lifted. If you'd like, you can extend all the way. Good, bend through the knees, bring this back down, and now we're gonna come onto our knees. You can always scoop back on your mat, so you're about the middle of your mat. From here, we're gonna move our hips from side to side. Again, just noticing how the body is feeling and moving today. Being grateful for whatever movements you have. Good, and then we can stop. We're gonna have our right foot come off the mat just a bit. You're gonna extend through the left leg. The whole foot's gonna set down, and you have the left arm come up. I don't know what the real name for this pose is. I've seen it with something about a star, so we're gonna call it the shooting star. Good, we're gonna bring our left hand back down, bring the knee back underneath you, and then swing the left foot off the mat just a bit. Extend through the right leg, the whole foot sets down, and the right arm comes up. We're gonna release this back down. We're doing another time on each side. Right foot comes off the mat, left foot extends down to the ground, left arm up. Keep reaching up, and just notice again where the body is feeling open, where the body is feeling tight, and breathe into all of it. Release this, and we'll switch sides one last time. Left foot comes off the mat just a bit, right leg is long, the foot presses down as the right arm comes up. Even look up. Good, and release this back down. Stay on hands and knees now, neutral position. We're gonna inhale and arch the spine in. We're going into cat-cows. Exhale, round the spine. And again, inhale, arching. Exhaling, you'll round, and you can follow your own breath here. It doesn't matter at what pace your neighbor is moving. You're gonna keep moving with this, just to loosen the spine. Your cat-cows, letting the head and tailbone come up when you arch. When you round, you're really pulling this in, even pulling the hips a bit in. Good, just 2 more rounds here. That means inhaling and exhaling 2 times through. Again, taking your time. If you get done with your second round, you're just gonna come back to that neutral tabletop position. Good, once we're all in that neutral tabletop position, you're gonna extend your right leg back. Straight and strong, the toes are pointed, and hold here. Good, go ahead and release this, and then left leg extends back. Toes are pointed, you're strong through your core. And release. Again, right leg extends back. Good, this time you're gonna pull knee to nose. We'll do this 3 times, bringing knee towards the nose and extend this back. With an exhale, bring your knee to the nose and extend it back. And one more time, exhale, knee to nose and extend this back and hold. Release this down, we'll switch sides. Extend your left leg back. Good. And then pull knee to nose as you exhale. Inhale, bring this back. Again, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back. One more time. Knee to nose. And back. Hold here. Good. And release this. From here, you're gonna press up into a down dog. So your hands stay where they are, fingers are wide. Start to lift the hips, and then pedal this out. That means you're lifting one heel and the other. Moving the hips around. Again, loosening through the body. And then press through your down dog. It's gonna feel like you're pushing your heels down towards the ground, and the hips are lifting up towards the sky. The thighs are pressing back behind you, broadening. Keep weight coming into the legs. Good, then you're gonna walk your hands back towards your feet. They're walking back. We're gonna rise all the way up, bring your arms up overhead, and we're gonna pause there, palms facing each other. Look up towards the sky. Just release your arms down beside you, palms are facing forward. Good, and then look up just a bit. Pull the shoulders onto the back. Just root down through your feet. Feel the ground beneath you. We're gonna inhale our arms up overhead, hands are gonna touch now. And exhale, bring the arms back down beside you. Again, inhale, up. Exhale, bring the arms back down, and one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. Here you're going to forward fold, bring the hands down to the ground. You could bend through the knees if you have to, and we're gonna walk the hands forward, going back to our down dog. Keep pressing the hips up towards the sky. Keep pressing the heels down towards the ground. Take a breath. We're gonna lift our right leg up behind us. So start to lift the leg up. Point the toes gently and breathe. Keep weight coming to that left leg so that you don't overtire your arms. Release this down and we'll switch sides. So root down through your right foot as the left leg lifts up. Toes are pointed, leg is long and strong. Release this down, and then we're gonna pedal this out, so you're gonna move those hips, lifting one heel and the other again, just moving it around. Good, and then you can stop, come back down to your knees. From here, we're on hands and knees, you're gonna step your right foot forward, and you're just folding down into this. If you're really open through the hips, you could come down towards forearms. If you're really tight, you could stay on your hands or even your fingertips. So go where you can, just noticing how that right hip is feeling. From here, you're gonna start to come back up just a bit, and you're gonna bring the knee back underneath you, and we'll switch sides. Left foot steps forward. You're starting to fold down into this. We're not looking as much for the hip stretch through the right leg. We're looking for the hip opening through this left leg. Good, we're gonna release this, bring the knee back underneath you. We're gonna keep the knees underneath us for a moment and just move the hips from side to side. And then we can stop, coming back to that neutral position. Step your right foot forward again. This time, have a hand on either side of the foot. You can let the left knee move a little bit further back and press the top of the foot down towards the mat. We're hanging out here for a moment. If you're feeling good here, you could bring your hands up to the right leg and you rise up to your torso. If this is feeling like too much for the back hip, you could keep your hands down. Go ahead and bring your hands back down, and we'll bring the knee back underneath us, and we'll switch sides. So step your left foot forward. You could have a hand on either side, and then you're letting the right knee move a little bit further back. The top of the foot presses down. If you're feeling good here, you could bring your hands up to the thigh, and then rise up a bit through your torso. You want to keep an engagement through the back leg so the back of the foot keeps pressing down. Feeling a hip flexor stretch through the right side. Good, you can release this. Bring the knee back underneath you. We're doing now what I call little kneeling boy dog. So you're gonna be lifting the right knee up and out, and then back in. We'll do that 2 more times. Up and out, and back in. 1 more time. Up and out, and back in. And then we'll switch sides, going up and out, and back in. 2 more times, going up and out, and back in. And once more, up and out, and back in. Good. Then we're gonna step our right foot forward again. This time, don't move the left knee back. You're gonna curl the toes under and straighten through the back leg. You can keep the hands on the ground, and then you can bring the hands up to the thigh. From here again, we're lifting up through the torso. You can bring the arms up now. So we should be feeling a stretch through this left side. Keep straightening through the leg and breathe. Bring the hands back down. Bring your left knee back down. Bring your right knee underneath you, and we'll switch sides. Step your left foot forward, have a hand on either side of the foot. Extend up through that right leg. Straight and strong. Hands come to the leg, up, and all the way up, and breathe. So the back leg, you're trying to keep straightening and straightening. It might feel like you're lifting up out of this. That's okay. Back heel stays lifted, and breathe. Good, bring this back down. Bring the knee back underneath you. All the way, 2 knees underneath you. Step the right foot forward. We're doing this 1 more time on each side. Left leg extends. Start to come up. When you have your balance, arms come all the way up. This time, bring the hands together. Keep straightening through your left leg. Keep rising up through this. Just bring the hands in front of the heart. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right leg. Bring the right arm up. From here, we're gonna release this down. So you can bring the hands down. Bring your left knee down, right knee underneath you. Switch sides. Step your left foot forward. Extend through the right leg. The heel stays lifted. Coming up as you're ready. And breathe. Keep coming back to your breath. Bring the hands together. Hold here. Keep straightening through the right leg. Little bend in the left knee. Hands come in front of the heart. Hold here. You can bring your right hand now to the thigh. Left arm comes up. Good, you're gonna release this. Bring the hands down. Bring the knee down, bring the left knee underneath you. Good. Then you're gonna have the knees walk back just a little bit. Place the tops of the feet on the ground. You're gonna push back for a child's pose. Hips coming back to your heels. You could rest your forehead down towards the ground. Just take a breath. Come back up to hands and knees for a moment. Separate the knees out wider. Toes come in towards each other. If you're really open through the hips, you could go as wide as you'd like. Push the hips back towards the heels again. Wide knee child's pose. This will vary for each person, how far you're gonna wanna have those knees spread. Good, start to come back up from this. You're gonna come back onto your knees. Curl the toes under. You're gonna press up to a down dog. So push the hips back up. Good, look up towards the hands. You're gonna walk or hop forward. Going into a long extended spine, so it's like a half fold. Your fingertips are on your shins or on the ground. And then you're gonna fold all the way down. Then we rise all the way up. So arms come up overhead, hands will touch. We're bringing them in front of the heart this time. And down. Good. So we're gonna inhale our arms up. And then exhale, we're folding all the way down. And then it's a half fold, so it's like you're starting to rise up, fingertips are on the shins. And then you're gonna bring this down, put the hands on the ground, and you're gonna step back to a plank. If plank is hard to hold, come down to your knees. Remember, there's always a place for everyone. Do what you can. Then we're lowering down all the way to the belly. Cobra. Rising up. Pull the shoulder blades on the back, shoulders down from the ears. Release this back down, curl the toes under, press up for your down dog. Hold here. Look up towards your hands, walk or hop forward. Long extended spine, so that half fold, and then the full forward fold, folding down. Rise all the way up, hands will touch, in front of the heart, and down. So this time I'm gonna give you more breath cues as we're moving. So we're gonna inhale our arms up, and exhale, we fold all the way down. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, step back for your plank. Take a breath, and then exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, rise up for your cobra. And then breathe here. Pull the shoulders down from the ears, shoulder blades on the back. Tops of the feet pressing down. And release this back down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, down dog. And breathe. Look up towards the hands. You're gonna walk or hop forward. And then long extended spine, so a half fold. And then exhale all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Hands together, in front of the heart, and down. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, half fold. And then exhale, hands come down, step back for your plank. Take a breath. Exhale, lower down, all the way to the belly. Inhale, rise up for your cobra. Just breathe here. And lower this back down. Curl the toes under, inhale, up for your down dog. And breathe. Keep pushing the hips up, keep pushing the heels down. Full deep breaths. Then look up towards the hands, walk or hop forward. Inhale, long extended spine, that half fold. Exhale, fold all the way. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands touch. In front of the heart, and down. Good. From here, you're gonna step back with your left foot. We're coming into a warrior one. You're gonna step back, the whole foot sets down, about a 45-degree angle. Bend into your front knee, hips try to face forward, arms come up. Keep lengthening up through this. You have a bend in the front knee, the knee stays right over the ankle. Toes are pointing forward on the front leg. Rotated slightly in on the back leg. Hips keep trying to face forward, so you're pulling your right hip back, left hip slightly forward. And just breathe. Stay strong through this. We're gonna open up to a warrior two. So you're gonna let the back leg open up just a bit. The toes rotate out, so they're pointing towards Country Club Road now. Arms reaching forward and back. And then roll your shoulders onto your back. And we hold here. Look forward over your front arm. Go ahead and bend through your right elbow, bring it onto your thigh. Bring your left arm up and over. If that's not quite enough for you, you could have the right arm reaching down instead. So go to where it feels right for you, keeping the arm either bent and holding on or resting on the right thigh, helping to stabilize you, or arm reaching down. Either way, left arm is up and over, reach, reach, reach. We're gonna bring this back up through warrior two. Good, then you can release the arms down. You're gonna step the back leg in just a bit, and then all the way. Root down through your feet, palms face forward, stand up tall, take a breath. Just one more breath, in and out. Step your right foot back. We're coming into our warrior one to start with. Bending into the front knee. Again, hips are trying to face forward. Arms are up. Back foot is set down, about a 45-degree angle. Keep tucking your left hip back, right hip forward, and hold here. Front knee is right over the ankle. If it feels like it's pulling in, you'll want to re-engage so that it's staying straight. If it's pulling out, re-engage. Hold here. We're opening up to our warrior two. So you're gonna rotate the back foot open a bit more. Arms are reaching forward and back. You can always scoot the back foot back a bit more. There's usually some room to move into this one. So just listen to your body. Take a peek down at your knee. If it's pulling in, you wanna get a rotation so that it stays right over the ankle. You're gonna bend through your left arm. Bring the forearm onto the leg as you bring the right arm up and over. Again, if you'd like a little bit more, you can always reach the arm down. Otherwise, you stay bent, letting the leg help to support you. Keep reaching that right arm up and over, stretching through this. Rise back up for your warrior two. Good. Then release the arms back down. You're gonna hop the back foot in a bit, and then all the way forward. Palms face forward. Root down through your feet. Full deep inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath in. And out. Good. You're gonna bring your feet all the way together now. Just side by side. Start to bend through your knees and push your hips back, and then bring your arms up overhead. Hold here. On these, you can go as far as you want to, but listen to your body. We're gonna hold this. If you have more room to move, you can bend a bit more, but keep lifting your chest up. Breathe. And then we're just rising up, and we're gonna fold down. So have the arms come down, you're folding all the way down. And then hold on to your big toes. So you're gonna grab one big toe and the other with the first two fingers of your hand. Let the thumb be the clamp that helps you hold on, and you're gonna fold all the way down. So even if you're all the way down, it doesn't come all the way to the knees, that's okay. If your belly's not on your thighs, bend through your knees some, and try to fold down again. Trying to keep belly on the thighs the whole time. Here you can release those big toes. We're gonna rise all the way up, bring the arms up overhead. Have the palms face each other, going back to a chair. So sitting back, awkward chair. I say it's always the most uncomfortable chair there is. So good for you though. Keep pushing the hips back, keep pulling the arms back. This time we're going to a twist. So you can bring the arms down. You're gonna bend through the left elbow. Bring the palm facing up, right hand comes to press against it. If you can't quite get there, go to where you can. We're gonna switch sides, so stay bent through the knees. You're bringing the right arm across, hooking the leg with the elbow, palm facing up, palms pressed together. You're gonna release this and fold down. So you can straighten your legs and fold all the way. This time you don't have to hold on to anything, just folding down, take a breath. We're gonna inhale, rise all the way up. Hands are gonna touch this time. Bring in front of the heart and down. Good. From here, one more time, going into a chair. Arms come up, sit back to your chair and breathe. Imagine that this community can help carry you through these poses, even when they're feeling challenging. If it's not challenging for you, imagine you can send some of that energy to someone who's struggling. If it is challenging for you, imagine that you being challenged is going to strengthen all of us. And then exhale, fold all the way down. This time, hold on to the backs of your ankles and fold down. You can always bend through the knees some if you need to. From here, you can release the ankles. Bring the hands down to the ground. You're gonna step the feet back just a bit and then come down to your knees. Go ahead and come to the middle of your mat, and then we come all the way to the belly. We're starting with a Sphinx pose. So you have the elbows underneath your shoulders, palms pressing down, tops of the feet on the ground. If you have a sensitive low back, have the feet spread a little wider. If you don't have a sensitive back, bring the feet together. You're gonna lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades back, and breathe. If you're not feeling much here, that's okay. Just try to re-engage, pushing the pelvis down, lifting the chest up, pulling the shoulder blades back. We're gonna start to release this down. And then you have the choice of either coming to Sphinx again or Cobra. If you'd like Cobra, you're gonna have the wrists underneath the shoulders or even further back, elbows pulled in as you rise up through the chest. Pull shoulder blades back, shoulders down from the ears. Again, listen to your body. If this doesn't feel right, stay with the Sphinx pose that we had just done. Keep pressing the tops of the feet into the ground. And release this down. Good. This time you can stack the hands and then turn your head to look to the right, left ear on the mat or on the hands. If that's uncomfortable, you could have the forehead on the stacked hands instead. Lift your head back up. This time our arms are gonna go wider and our legs are gonna go wide. We're gonna lift up arms and legs. If you can't get both arms and legs to lift, choose to lift legs or arms. So do what you can. Keep lifting, keep lifting. And release this, take a breath. We're gonna do this again. Here we go. Start to lift and lift. Again, if you can't do arms and legs at the same time, choose what you will do. See where you can work. There's some place for all of us. And release. This time you can rest. You could stack the hands again, turning your head to the left this time, or have the forehead on the hands to keep the neck in a neutral position. All right, lift your head back up. Arms and legs are wide one more time, but we're adding some movement to this. You're gonna lift this up, and then we're bringing arms and legs together and open. Bring it together and open once more. Together and open. Release this. Pause. We're gonna do another set, so don't get too comfy. We're gonna lift this back up. So arms and legs are wide. This time we exhale together. Inhale, open. Exhale, together. Inhale, open. Once more. Exhale, together. Inhale, open. Release. You can stack the hands again. Turn your head to the right and take a breath. All right, one more time. You're gonna lift your head back up. Arms come out in front of you. Legs are extending behind you. This time they're closer in. You're lifting your arms and legs like we're flying super people. I like to do these back strengtheners because that's one area we tend to start to lose. We lose strength in our back, but not here. We gain strength in our back. Keep flying. Keep flying. You're a super person. You're all super people. And release. Take a breath. Don't rest. Don't relax, I should say. We're gonna lift back up again. Fly. Fly, all you people. Stay with this. Keep reaching. Keep flying. Keep lifting. And release. You can rest now. Stack the hands. You can turn your head to the left or keep your neck in a more neutral position. Whatever feels best for you. Just breathe. Good, we're gonna lift back up. We're coming back up to hands and knees now. All right, so you want the knees to move a little bit further back. We're gonna step forward with our right foot. So this time, hands are on the inside of the foot. You're letting the right knee start to drop out to the side just a bit. So the foot will feel like it's turning onto its side. Hands stay there to support you. If you need a little more space, or if you have more room to move, you could move the left knee back a bit further. Place the top of the foot on the ground. Now stay supported here. If you're really open through the hips, you could come down to forearms. But if you're really tight, stay supported as much as you need to. It might mean that the knee doesn't go out as far, that's okay. Wherever you are is perfect as long as you can breathe and there's no sharp pain. Listening to your body, knowing there's a difference between it hurts or it hurts so good. If it hurts so good, stay there. If it just hurts, pull back. So gently now, we're going to start to bring this right knee back in, bringing some weight back onto the left knee, pushing the hips back. Bring the right knee underneath you again. We're going to switch sides now. Step the left foot forward. Hands are on the inside of the foot. You can move the right knee back a bit more, place the top of the foot on the ground, and then let the left foot start to turn onto its side as the knee drops out to the side. And notice, each side of the body could feel very different. This might be your open side, this might be your tight side. Wherever you are, notice with a sense of wonder. Keep pressing into the top of your right foot. Stay with a steady breath. Again, if there's ever a sharp pain, you'll want to pull back from it. If it's feeling good and you have more room to move, keep moving with it. But listen to your body. Start to bring this back in. You're going to push some weight back into your right knee. Bring your left knee back underneath you. Then take a moment and just move the hips from side to side. And then come back up through center. We're going to all push our hips towards the right and then push your hips back towards your heel. So just back towards the right heel, looking for a bit of a stretch through this. Keep pressing into your hands. Your torso could lean a bit to the left to help with the stretch and help counterbalance it. Then we're going to bring this back up through center. Push your hips all the way over to the left and back towards the left heel. Let your torso lean a bit to the right to help counterbalance. All right, and bring this back through center. So now we're going to extend our right leg out to the side and have the whole foot set down. You come up onto your knee. You're going to open up through the torso. Bring the back of your right hand to the leg. You're going to open your chest more. Left arm comes up and over. You're staying curled under with your left toes just to help you balance. So the ball of the foot on the left side is pressing down. Keep reaching the right hand down. Left arm up and over. Chest stays open. Looking for that stretch all through the left side. And then you can look up towards that beautiful sky once more. Maybe you'll see a bird fly by. We're going to bring this back up and release the knee back in. Extend through your left leg. The whole foot sets down, toes point forward. Back of your left hand comes onto the leg. Right arm comes up and over. Your chest stays open. And breathe here. Again, always listening to your body for how far you can go. You're staying strong through your left leg. You're staying extended through your right side. And keep breathing. Start to bring this back up. You're bringing your left knee back in. Bring the hands onto the thighs. Have the knees about hip width apart. So we're just doing a little bit of breath here. We're going to inhale as the arms come up, and exhale, the arms will come back down. We'll add some movement in a moment. We're just going to inhale, arms up just a bit. Exhale, back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back down. Now the movement we're going to add is we inhale the arms up, and as we exhale down, you're going to lean back. You're going to inhale, the arms come up to shoulder height. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. 2 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Once more, up and back. And then sit back onto your feet. Go ahead and place the tops of the feet down. So you're sitting on the heels, and if you have some space, you could let the feet move about hip width apart. You're gonna keep the knees together. If you don't have the space for that, you can keep sitting on the heels instead. If you have the space to have the heels move hip width apart, the knees keep pulling together, and you're sitting up tall wherever you are, palms facing up. If it's too intense, if you have any knee issues, you don't have to feel like you have to stay here. Just listen to your body. Keep lengthening up, and we're breathing. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through pursed lips. Again. And once more, inhale and exhale. If you have a little space to move, you could bring the hands just gently behind you, walk them back, and lean back a bit. If you have a lot of space, you could lean back to the elbows. If you don't have that space to move and you're like, what are you talking about? Stay where you're at, right? Everybody comes in with a different body. We all have different experiences in our bodies. So what's right for one person may not be right for you. So listen and honor your body. If you're back on your elbows or on your hands, you're gonna start to walk this back in. And then we're all gonna bring our hands down to the ground. We're bringing weight up off of our knees, taking some compression out, and just coming back up to hands and knees. Extend the right leg back behind you, shake it out. And then the left leg, just shake it out. Good. Shake them out again, just move them around. And then we're gonna come onto our rump. So go ahead and sit back, extend the legs out in front of you. And remember at the very beginning where we did that little figure 4, we're gonna do that again. So we're gonna bring our right foot in towards the thigh. You're gonna press down through your left leg, toes are pointing up. Sit up tall, and then bring your hands together in front of you. You could start to lift the elbows a bit, pressing the hands, even finding a bit of a compression between the hands. If you're feeling stable here, we're gonna start to twist towards the left. Bring this back to the front. Good, and release your hands down. You can bring this leg back down, right leg down. Bring your left foot in now. The knee drops out to the side. There's a slight engagement through your right leg, pressing down. You're sitting up tall. Hands are together, and you're lifting your elbows. And you breathe here. Staying rooted in all the areas that are pressing down right now. You're gonna start to twist towards the right. So it's just the torso that's twisting. The legs stay steady, the hips stay steady. You look over your right shoulder. Keep sitting up tall. Bring this back to the front. You can release the hands. Bring this left leg back down. Now we're gonna lay back and we're doing a figure 4 laying on our backs. So you can lay all the way back, keep the left leg straight. You're gonna have your right knee drop out to the side. The sole of the right foot is by the inner thigh. If your hips are feeling really tight, you could have the foot a little lower down on the leg too. Maybe it's resting against the inner calf instead of the thigh. The palms are facing up. And then even bring your right hand to your belly. And then feel your belly rise and fall with your breath. So we're using a diaphragmatic breathing. When you inhale, the belly should feel like it's trying to puff up a bit. And as you exhale, it pulls back in. You inhale, the belly rises. You exhale, the belly falls. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. Once more, inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. And then you're gonna straighten through your right leg. Then you'll bend through your left knee, bringing the left sole of the foot in towards the thigh. You could keep your right hand on your belly, or if you'd like, you could change to the left hand. And you're coming back to that diaphragmatic breathing, that pulling the air all the way into your lungs, to the lowest part of your lungs. This is why babies, when they breathe, they're laying on their backs and they can't really do much except for be cute. Their bellies rise and fall with their breath because they're pulling the air all the way to the lowest part of their lungs. So here you're working on that. Feel the belly rise up with the inhale. Fall back in with the exhale. Just one more breath here, letting the belly rise and letting the belly fall. And then you're gonna straighten your left leg back out. And we're going into a gentle twist here. So you can scoot over towards the right of your mat, just so you don't go rolling off into the grass. So you're gonna bend through your right knee, lifting the foot up off the ground, and then you're gonna twist, dropping it over to your left, letting the knee come back down. You could reach your arms out to either side of you, palms facing down. If that's not comfortable or you're near an ant hole and you don't want to risk the ants crawling on you, then you could keep the arms in closer. If you are a seasoned practitioner and you like really deep twists and you want a bigger twist, twist as you like. If your arms are extended out to either side of you, see if you can relax your shoulders down towards the ground and breathe into this. Imagine your breath can move through any tightness and open you up. Imagine your breath can move through any worries and release them. It can move through any fears and release them. Then you're going to start to unwind from this, bringing your right leg back over, straighten through your right leg. You could even scoot over towards the left of your mat as we go into the other side. And then you're going to lift up through your left knee, bending a bit, and then drop it all the way over to your right side. Arms can reach out to either side of you, just to help to stabilize you. As long as you're feeling a twist through your spine, you're there. You can turn your head to look over your left shoulder. Again, if there's another twist that's calling more loudly to you, you could do that one. You're listening to your body. You're staying with your breath. Good. Just one more breath here. Breathing into the twist. And start to unwind from this. You can lay both your legs down on the ground. And then just listen to your body for a moment. Palms are facing up. Let the toes fall wide. If there's any other little wiggles or movements that are feeling like you need to do for your body to be able to relax, you can do them right now. There's another little hip opener. Otherwise, we're going to start to wind down into Shavasana. As you wind down into your Shavasana, you're just relaxing into your body. If you're in the sunshine, feel free to move out of the sunshine. I know it can get hot in the sun. It's hard to relax if the sun is burning your face. And here you're focusing once more on your breath.
Well, anyway, this is therefore to say, transformation of human consciousness through meditation is frustrated so long as we think of it in terms of something that I myself can bring about by some kind of wangle, by some sort of gimmick. Because you see, that leads to endless games of spiritual one-upmanship and of guru competitions. Of my guru is more effective than your guru. My yoga's faster than your yoga. I'm more aware of myself than you are. I'm humbler than you are. I'm sorrier for my sins than you are. I love you more than you love me. There is interminable goings-on about which people fight and wonder whether they're a little bit more evolved than somebody else and so on. All that can just fall away. And then we get this strange feeling that we have never had, you see, in our lives, except occasionally by accident. Some people get a glimpse that we are no longer this poor little stranger and afraid in a world it never made, but that you are this universe. are creating.
Just a few more deep breaths here.
At every moment.
If there's anything that's been weighing heavy on you, imagine these last few breaths. You can just leave it here. Leave it to the ground. Let it turn it into something better. Just one more deep breath in and out. You could wiggle your fingers and toes around, and as you're ready, you could roll to your right side, using your hands or your arm as a pillow. Just transitioning out of your Shavasana mindfully, caring about you. And then as you're further ready, you can use your hands to push yourself back up to a seated position. Closing your eyes down again, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Staying tuned into you, tuned into your breath, to your body. Staying tuned into your community, to those around you. Knowing that it takes all of us. I have a quote here that says, "We all have the power to give away love, to love other people. And if we do so, we change the kind of person we are, and we change the kind of world we live in." So use that power that you have, use that love. Connect to other people. Open the door for strangers. Find ways to keep connecting, to keep shining. Because we really are all in this together. If one of us is suffering, we all are. So do what you can to help change this world. And love, love, love. I thank each of you for showing up, for practicing, for sharing in your practice. Namaste.